everybody, and delighted to be presenting another one of our new presenters. And today we're going to introduce you to Prashant. Prashant has got as part of the program, he has a very calming and engaging voice. So I'm hoping everybody will like what he says. But hey, Prashant, do you want to start by introducing yourself?
Yes, namaste, Rasikji, and namaste to all my listeners as well. I'm from Leeds. My name is Prashant. Basically, I'm from India. I came as a student in 2006, and I studied my master's, and I worked in a travel industry for a while. And after that, I'm now working in a retail industry, running a Nisa local store. So that's a brief story of mine.
That's brilliant. And so you've decided to try and become a presenter on Rangoli Radio. What inspired you to want to be a presenter?
I think one of the motivation or inspiration I got is basically from Hindi old songs between 1950s and 1970s, or up to like 1975 or 80s. That era was golden era for Bollywood, I would say, and that prompted me to read so many books in my childhood and my younger age. Always wanted to know what is behind the songs, how songs was made, or so that sort of like curiosity I had in my mind. So I used library as well to read books whenever, as and when I got chance to. And since introduction of internet, I started doing Googling as well, and capture knowledge or kind of information through research. That's all was I had in my mind. And reading obviously has been my hobby throughout my life, but I never had an opportunity to share this information with anybody. And since Rangoli Radio project came to my knowledge, and I sent my audition as well for 2 minutes, and it was such a big excitement for me to share my knowledge. Although many Hindi old song lovers, they know many stories, but I thought that let me also share my part as well, from my part. And that prompted me, that inspired me. And since the opportunity came up, it just big motivation for me, and I started working on that. And one program I already done, Madan Mohanji.
Yeah. Hey, and so you've come from running your own business to now becoming skilled to actually create radio shows. How did that journey work? What kind of training? What's your thoughts on the training and how we helped you get to that point?
I think 6 weeks training when I was offered alongside other new trainee presenters. The training was like a flow or like a river. It was going, like we were just going through the river. Yes, it was a little bit challenging for me. And a challenge was always there. But what inspired me a lot is the motivation and the strength I have observed from trainers, especially Narhari ji, Devendra ji, or Naveen ji, yourself as well, and all Rangoli Radio team. The hard work I have seen, the hard work putting behind their efforts is amazing. And that inspired me, that why can't I put effort from even if I'm working 12 hours a shift every day, still I decided, and I thought it motivated me that why can't I find at least a couple of hours per week and at least do some research, try to learn Audacity software. Yes, I'm still learning, by the way. Every day is learning for me. But the group of people around us, especially all mentors, they really helped us very well. And I think that it's their work is visible, and that is something I believe that because of the good group around me, that gave me a lot of strength and encouragement. And that is why I'm keeping a balance between my professional life and being a radio presenter.
That's wonderful. That's wonderful. And we have to absolutely thank you, because it's thanks to people like you who are making time to create these shows that will make Rangoli Radio really exciting for our listeners. And as I listened to your thoughts here, I kind of had this image of an iceberg, right? So when you think about the Bollywood movies, you see just the tip of the iceberg. And what you're going to do is dip into the iceberg and help people understand the background, understand the backstory behind some of these films and some of the songs, which is going to be fabulous. So yeah, I certainly wish you all success and happiness there. And it's a great venture. So thank you very much. And anything else you want to tease the listeners with, things of what's going to come in the future?
I think I would like to engage with listeners. That is my priority. And of course, it's a very difficult way to do how to engage, because initial phase with Rangoli Radio, I'm not expecting to have a conversation through text messages or like a phone call, because we are still preparing a trial show at the moment. But engaging with listeners virtually is like I may be posing question, a kind of trivia between the songs, and when I share story of about any song or background story, I will probably ask question that do you know about this? Do you know this hero's name is not actual name, is a different name. Okay, let's listen this song. By the time you think about that, what's the right name behind that? So that sort of things like I could even ask that, okay, in this song, somebody played, or like mandolin. Who can you imagine who did that? Something like that, and that that will probably make people engage, and that may prompt them to think about that. So that sort of thing. So quality and content is very important for my show.
That's brilliant. And of course, people can still engage with you afterwards. We can use all the different social media channels. We're on Instagram, we're on Facebook, we're on LinkedIn, we're on Twitter. All of those channels will be open for any listener to send you messages and suggestions and so on. So anybody listening, if you've got an idea for something that you want Prashant to put in the show later, do come back to us. So with that, let me say thank you, Prashant, and we look forward to these shows and wish you all the success. Thank you.
Thank you, Rasikji, and thanks for providing me opportunity to speak to you. I wish you good luck as well, and then have a nice day. Thank you.
Right. Thanks a lot. Bye.
Thank you.